Long ago, in the mist-covered hills of Nagaland, where the forests whispered ancient secrets and the rivers shimmered under the gaze of the sun, lived a girl named Mehouviu and a boy named Morusa. Their love story, both beautiful and tragic, has been told for centuries, passed down through generations like a haunting melody carried on the winds that sweep through the valleys. Mehouviu was the daughter of the village chieftain, known throughout the land for her beauty. But it wasn't just her physical appearance that made people love her. Her heart was as warm as the morning sun, her laughter as gentle as the flowing streams. She had a kind spirit that touched everyone in the village, from the oldest elders to the youngest children. Her presence was like a breath of fresh air in the sometimes harsh and unforgiving hills. Morusa, on the other hand, was a hunter. Raised as an orphan after losing his parents to war, he had grown strong and resilient. He could move through the dense forest with the skill of a tiger and was respected by all for his bravery and skill. Though life had given him few comforts, he was content with the simplicity of the land, the hills, and the forest that he called home. One evening, as the sky turned crimson with the setting sun, Mehouviu went down to the Dzükou River to fetch water. It was here, in the golden light of dusk, that fate played its hand. Morusa, returning from a hunt, noticed Mehouviu by the water's edge. Her beauty, illuminated by the fading light, took his breath away. As their eyes met for the first time, the world around them seemed to stand still. They didn't speak at first. Words were unnecessary. In that shared glance, there was an unspoken understanding, a connection that transcended the need for language. From that moment, their hearts were intertwined. They began to meet secretly, hidden away in the depths of the forest where no one could find them, sharing stories and dreams under the watchful eyes of the hills and stars. But their love was forbidden. Mehouviu's father, the village chieftain, had already arranged her marriage to Vishu, a powerful warrior from a neighboring village. The union was meant to strengthen ties between the two villages, ensuring peace and prosperity for both. Mehouviu, however, had no love for Vishu, a man known for his ruthlessness and ambition. Her heart belonged only to Morusa, the gentle hunter who had captured her soul. When word of Mehouviu and Morusa's love reached the ears of the chieftain, his anger was swift. He forbade Mehouviu from seeing Morusa and ordered that Morusa leave the village or face severe punishment. To him, Morusa was nothing more than a lowly hunter, unworthy of his daughter's hand. But Mehouviu and Morusa's love was strong, and they refused to be torn apart. They continued to meet in secret, their bond growing deeper with each passing day. Vishu, now aware of the love between Mehouviu and Morusa, was consumed by jealousy and hatred. He had always believed that Mehouviu would be his, and the thought of losing her to a mere hunter filled him with rage. He vowed to destroy Morusa and take what he believed was rightfully his. One dark and stormy night, Vishu approached Morusa with a false offer of friendship, suggesting they go on a hunt together to settle their differences. Unaware of Vishu's treacherous intentions, Morusa agreed, hoping that perhaps they could find peace. They ventured deep into the forest, where the trees grew tall and the shadows deepened. It was there, in the heart of the wilderness, that Vishu revealed his true nature. In a swift and brutal attack, he stabbed Morusa with a spear, leaving him for dead in the cold, dark forest. Vishu believed that no one would ever find Morusa's body, and that with him out of the way, Mehouviu would have no choice but to marry him. As the storm raged on, Mehouviu felt a terrible sense of dread wash over her. Unable to shake the feeling, she ran to the Dzükou River, the place where she and Morusa had first met. Her heart sank when she saw Morusa lying there, his body cold and lifeless. The rain mixed with her tears as she cradled him in her arms, crying out his name in anguish. The man she loved more than life itself was gone, taken from her by cruelty and jealousy. In her grief, Mehouviu called out to the spirits of the hills, begging them to bring Morusa back to her, but the hills remained silent. She knew that without him, her life would never be the same. She could not bear the thought of living without him, and in her despair, she made a fateful decision. Mehouviu journeyed to the sacred Dzükou Valley, a place believed to be the gateway to the afterlife. It was said that the spirits of lovers could reunite there, their souls free to live together for eternity. Standing at the edge of a steep cliff, with the valley stretching out before her, Mehouviu whispered a final goodbye to the world. She leaped into the abyss, her spirit soaring to be with Morusa. The village was left in mourning. Dzükou, haunted by the consequences of his actions, disappeared into the wilderness, never to be seen again. Some say that he went mad, wandering the hills in search of redemption that would never come. As for Mehouviu and Morusa, their love lived on in the whispers of the wind, in the rustle of the trees, and in the gentle flow of the river. It is said that on quiet nights, if you listen carefully by the Dzükou River, you can still hear Mehouviu calling out for Morusa, their love eternal, their spirits forever entwined in the hills of Nagaland. And so, the tragic tale of Mehouviu and Morusa is remembered, a timeless story of love, loss, and the unbreakable bond between two souls destined to be together, even in death.